Yes,
What
you're
if?
fucked.
You're fucking fucked.
Whole city's fucked. Sewer system no longer works. The whole city revolts in anarchy.
Pretty much. Now, I'm pretty sure if we just pop
Yeah,
shove
well, at
this
least
shit
people
away.
know what they're doing. Like,
Mysterious
it's
door.
not rock out to work. What's the password? It's this. No, that was last time's password. When did they change it? Half an hour ago. I wasn't there half an hour ago. How am I supposed to get to work? Not my problem.
They installed a new crochet system. You have to knit yourself a blanket in order to unlock this. Oh man.
But you need to do it with Umbrella sponsored fabrics
Yeah.
that we have hidden throughout the
pure synthetic fabrics.
Alright. So,
Yeah,
you can just imagine they just get even more ridiculous and inane every time. Till at some point you rock up to work and you're like, yeah. You've got to win the next Street Fighter tournament to get in here.
Using only fucking bread and butter combos. Yeah,
you're
win the
gonna
next
land
Street
the bread
Fighter
and-
4 or using only bread and butter combos, and someone's just like, yeah, I knew I brought my resignation letter for a
Did
reason.
you heard of... There was one guy who was playing Tekken 7 and managed to win a major tournament using Panda, who's widely considered the worst character in the game.
Leon, that woman was...
Oh man, that's just a massive showboat of skills, I would say.
No, this
the
was
ultimate
this
disrespect.
was his main. This is how he climbed there.
Wait, he mained Panda, which is the worst. How do you main like an?
He actually said in part of the description, he's like,
fucking
he does have some
character.
advantages. He's got some good long reaches, and he can confuse people because they haven't, when they don't know how to play against him, because they don't play against him that much. And another one he also said is because
who would?
Paddy's
found
got
it.
long-reaching normals, and because of his blocking, he doesn't need to sidestep much, which is good because I suck at sidestepping.
Yeah, but I would
What?
think Panda would have a much larger hitbox.
No, but look, I found it. I found the video. Fucking
Rangchu.
Saint Jack 7 versus Rangchu Panda.
I'll be back.
Tekken World Finals 2018.
Gotta drain the lizard.
Alright,
That's
that's
twice now. That's twice now.
That's
Gotta get
probably
drained
my
fucking
favorite euphemism. No, that
Wear
I
a
reckon
fucking
that'd be my
diaper like a
favorite
normal human
euphemism
being.
I've seen of them. Heard.
Ada Wong.
Drain the lizard.
What?
Ada Wong. I've heard that name before. Now I remember. One of the men from Chicago who came to assist the T-virus research used his girlfriend's name as his password. Ada and John, I believe. How did you know? Who are you? Annette Birkin. My husband is the man responsible for the creation of the T-virus.
I'm watching this fucking video. This panda's just wrecking this bitch.
John's dead. He became one of those.
Oh, God.
My condolences. And although I regret this, you will be joining him shortly. I won't let anyone take the G-virus away from me. G-virus? It's capable of creating the ultimate bioweapon. Its potential is even greater than that of the T-virus. Then that must mean the creature in the police department is precisely my husband, William. And it's all Umbrella's fault. None of this would have happened if they hadn't tried to steal his research away from him.
I am able to now stop my pee stream whenever feels necessary and not feel the need to pee again. I have
Oh, really?
perfected.
Thank you
I
for this
perfected the.
necessary
So this is the
amount
power
of
of Ultra Instinct.
information.
Liar!
Yes.
Give it back to me.
It requires slight muscle tension in the sphincter.
The sphincter.
Yeah.
That's the wrong hole if you're pissing out of there.
No, it's. Did I say I was pissing out my sphincter?
Too bad.
That's
You said-
only on, that's only with ripping red curries that happens. But
Again, what?
haven't you ever fucking pissed out your ass after a ripping red curry? Oh,
No.
by the way, the G-virus samples in this necklace for some reason. Like, Sherry's mum just straight up goes, you know what's the best thing to do? I can't get this. You know what's the best thing to do? Hide like a biological like bombshell in my daughter's pendant. She goes outside and plays in the dirt, but she's got this biological bombshell around the neck, which I'm not slightly concerned about yet. Because, you know, kids aren't inquisitive little things.
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna fucking open that thing and let loose all hell.
What if that breaks? That's the most concerning thing. What if it breaks and she's like, oh, for some reason this is getting into my bloodstream? Like, that's a catastrophe beyond anyone's control.
She's on the monkey bars one day, she slips, she falls. Her friends run over to her, try and pick her up. Her medallion's broken. They try to grab pieces of it. They cut themselves.
Broken glass, yeah.
Yep. So they cut themselves in the broken glass. They're infected now. The world ends because a little girl lost her grip on the monkey bars. Could you fucking imagine?
I would say the world ends. I mean, like, the world's... No, I don't want this movie. The world just gets fucked over. Because, like, that's one of the, issues that I have with the Resident Evil movies. Is that in the Resident Evil game, the problem was quite localized and dealt with. Like, within Raccoon City. In the movies, nah, everything's dead. By the way, the world turns to sand. I don't know how that happens.
Well, you see, when you write, direct, and act out your ass, this sort of stuff happens.
Well, no, like, it's like, alright, the virus has gone out of control, and due to the virus going out of control, the world has now dried up. How? How do the two things go together?
It spawned a really fat version of the virus that drank all the water.
No, in Mad Max, at least there's some sort of, like, mild explanation as to why the fucking world is a barren wasteland. But in Resident Evil, it's just like a virus took over the world and now the world's dried up. That's not how,
those two things.
Work.
Well, like I said, it just mutated itself a really thirsty motherfucker.
That can consume like 83% of the world's water?
It's more like, yeah, okay, sure, I can understand that. That's, those two things happened. Why are they both,
Yes,
Go on.
Use your words.
Come on. Bring your science into this.
I'll be honest, I forgot what I was talking about halfway through the sentence.
Can't even keep the bullshit spewing going.
I've legitimately forgotten.
Hey, neither could the movies.
What were we talking about?
Neither could the movies. The world.
Right, and that was specifically said that were, you know, A caused B. It's not just, yeah, both these things happened at the same time.
Yeah, it basically says, oh, the world dried up because people were infected. What?
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 Yeah, the first movie I did not mind because, by the way, I happened to find a VHS copy of Resident Evil movie, like first one, in a burnt abandoned house.
We all know why that house was burnt and abandoned now.
It's like, it's in good condition too. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna take this. I don't have a VHS player, but I know my dad does.
That thing caused people to burn the house down, and because it is the creation of Satan himself, it is unaffected by fire.
No, the first movie isn't that bad.
Yeah, no, we've had this discussion before. The first movie by itself isn't too bad. It deviates from the book, from the games.
From the book? Oh shit!
There are books.
It deviates from
gonna tell me there's a manga?
There is! I'm not even kidding!
Alex, this was a Japanese game. You shouldn't be that surprised by that.
My bad, sorry. It's just that the movie had white people in it.
And?
Yeah, and? It was done by an American Oh, Ada.
Lydia, get out of the
You
doorway.
don't see any white people in any Japanese movies now, do you?
Yeah, but like, this is also a Japanese game. The only the only person who is mildly Asian in this game is Ada, and she's not even that Asian.
Yeah.
There were 0 Asians in the original Resident Evil game.
Yeah, but it was made by Asians.
Yes.
Yeah, so you got a concept created by Asians, then handled by some white hack director who fetishizes his wife in the lead role.
Alright, so in the first movie, Mila, I think her name's Jokovic?
Yeah, it's Jovovich.
Jokovic wasn't his wife. They weren't even dating in the first movie. They met because of the first movie.
They met on a movie about
kid
a
you not.
virus and
That's
everything
how-
dying, and that seems to explain everything about it. Since they started making movies,
just
and it's
see
gone the
stuff
same
on
way.
Well, from what I heard, like, the guy who was making who made the Conjuring movies, was planning on doing the Resident Evil films, like, doing a reboot, which I'm like, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
It's a
But then
question
apparently- I
of
think
if
they
they're
got
doing a
canned
reboot
for
of the
it or
Resident
something.
Evil
They'll-
movies, or if they're making the Resident Evil, like if they're redoing the Resident Evil movies to closer follow the games.
That, by the sounds of it, they're doing it to closely follow the games. Because originally, it was meant to be George Romero who directed the Resident
But wait,
Evil
he
2
directed the trailer, but not the movies.
He was... Alright, so this is what happened. So he directed the trailer for the Resident Evil 2 game. And from there, he was, I think, given an opportunity to write a script for a Resident Evil movie, so he can make a Resident Evil movie. So he didn't play the games, but he literally watched someone play the game. So he had someone he worked with play the games, and he watched that person play and finish the games, and he would take notes.
At least you took notes.
So yeah, he took notes. But then, like, his script, like, Capcom just straight went, no, you're not doing this. In fact, we're going to give it to someone else. I'm not even kidding. That's how it
Oh,
went down.
wow. Okay.
Thank God.
But, like, I read the script. Oh. If I stand here, I don't think he can get me.
What's that about the script now?
So, yeah, I read the script because it got released online.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, like, some parts were pretty good. Other parts were not very
Oh, wow,
good.
okay.
Other
Like,
parts were live action Monster
I
Hunter
didn't
World.
realize Romero died 2 years ago.
so-
I actually thought he died ages ago. I'll be completely honest,
Yeah.
I thought he died ages ago. Because I hadn't heard of any movies he'd made
No.
since, like, the 1980s.
But, like, yeah, so
So that's you haven't heard about any of his
Some-
movies since the 80s. You're like,
Uh,
yeah, no,
pretty
he died in
much.
the 90s. He's dead and gone.
So, like, some of the things I did like in the script, like, it was the original STARS unit going into the mansion, and there's a boss in Resident Evil 1 called Plant 42. And in the game, pretty lackluster boss, but in the movie, it's basically a sentient plant that can suck the blood of people within seconds. Like, suck them dry of their blood within seconds. I thought that sounds creepy as shit, and I would like to see that been adapted. But then he's like, by the way, Chris, one of the STARS members, who is of American descent, he's a Native American, by the way.
And you lost me.
And I'm like, who's like, a farmer? Oh, get off my case, motherfucker. Thank you. There's like some like native.
It's kind of like, that's...
Okay, no, he's sad.
That's cool, but I don't care.
So here's my favorite gun in the Resident Evil series. Let me just kill this motherfucker. Because something really cool happens when you mix parts of weapons. So here we have a shotgun with 1 ammo. Combine this bad boy. Oh, what are those 7 ammunitional bullets? Ammunitional bullets. yeah, the ammunitional bullets. Now this shotgun's gonna have more kick than a motherfucking mule. But yeah, back to the movie of George Romero's version. So, Chris was a Native American and was in a relationship with Jill Valentine.
Alright.
And we've discussed this before, that pretty much everyone in the Resident Evil series is like asexual. There is no sexual relationships going on. Having Chris and Jill be in a relationship is pure fan service.
Oh, yeah.
It is the most fan servicey shit you could
Finally
get.
arrived. There must be